With Election Day near, so-called kitchen table issues like the economy are driving a large number of people to the polls in early voting. In today's special, United We Stand, Issues That Divide Us, I take a closer look at one of those issues, inflation.
Gas prices, food prices, a gallon of milk. Some people are struggling to decide whether or not to pay for their medications or put gas in their car.
Bernadette Killier works for a local nonprofit in Augusta where she sees many struggling just to make ends meet.
Deep down, we're all the same. We just want to feed our families. We want to know that our children are safe. We want to know that they can get a decent education. We want to come home and put our heads down on our pillow at night and know we did our best every day.
Today, hardworking Americans are fueling a robust economy. Wages are up and unemployment is still down. But just a few years ago, it was quite a different story. Hospitals were filled to capacity with COVID-19 patients, and in a single year, it became a leading cause of death. In April 2020, America's unemployment rate hit a record 14.7%. Millions of people were at risk of losing their homes. Businesses were closing. In March 2020, President Trump signed a $2 trillion coronavirus relief bill. A year later, with the pandemic still raging, President Biden signed into law the nearly $2 trillion American Rescue Plan.
If you're looking at the cause of inflation, going back to the pandemic, there are several contributing factors that led to a sharp increase in prices. First of all, there was the fiscal stimulus that several administrations used. It was about 25% of GDP. The second cause was we had some supply chain issues because of the pandemic.
Remember searching for things like toilet paper, paper towels, and cleaning supplies, items often impossible to find. Supply versus demand. Supply was low, demand was high, a recipe for higher prices.
Inflation peaked about 10%, I think, in 2022. And so that's been coming down because the Fed did aggressively raise interest rates to make borrowing more expensive.
Despite an improving economy, prices are still higher than 4 years ago, especially groceries. Meat, poultry, and eggs have seen some of the sharpest increases, but many shoppers are finding ways to save.
People are changing their behaviors in terms of where they're going to shop, what kind of things they're buying, and that helps with the higher prices.
You may be able to save on groceries by finding a local store in which to shop. Lanier's on Walton Way has been in business since 1969. The owners know a thing or two about staying competitive.
We are on the phone 7 days a week, calling all of our vendors, trying to get the best prices for our customers because we want everybody to be able to afford a meal to feed to their family.
Families will likely have to get used to this new normal. Despite promises from politicians, most economists believe we'll never go back to the pre-pandemic prices.
Are they going to come down in price? Almost certainly not.
And tomorrow on United We Stand, Issues That Divide Us, we'll look at information and why you should not believe everything you read.